Hey guys, what's up? How y'all doing? I'm here to talk to you guys about One Piece's new chapter, which is on chapter 1072. This chapter right here looks like to me we're about to get a lot of looks like to me things are getting very crazy right now. So, if anything else, let's just get this started. We have to it that that Bonnie ends up having to have a little whatchamacallit injury. But before I get into that, we have to it Vegapunk possibly makes a narration about like how this girl is unmistakably human. It is a success, and it's a maintain a huge step forward to world peace, which apparently does not exist, obviously. But that aside, going back to going back to the scene with Bonnie, she apparently fooled herself being injured right now and ends up growing up and ends up having to attack Vegapunk and manages to land a hit on him and ends up turning him into a very useless young baby whatsoever, which I thought it was a freaking funny scene. That aside, Bonnie gets serious and tells Vegapunk to tell her everything about why she did this to her father Kuma, This is not a joke. Tell me right now or I'm going to kill you. But Vegapunk says, I can't tell you right now. If I tell you right now, it will only cause to give you more pain than usual. I even promised Kuma that I would keep the secret from you no matter what. However, Bonnie does not take this as a takes that as BS, and tells him right now, there's no way my father would choose to die and abandon me like that. However, Vegapunk tells Bonnie, you gotta believe me, trust me, this was very difficult for me as well, etc. And we have to it that Bonnie throws Vegapunk down and tells him, you know what, I'm so tired of this right now, We have to it Bonnie ends up realizing she hears a beep beep sound and ends up going to a location that is signaled with Kuma's paw. We have to it that Bonnie breaks open the lock and ends up seeing Kuma's power that looks like a paw. We have to it Vegapunk remembers how he worked with Kuma, talking about a soul that's like a weight of a soul, something that links to us, etc. And somehow your power is able to give pain to physical form and transfer to others, etc. Vegapunk also talks about how imagination and mass memories can have mass volumes as well. And we have to it Vegapunk does ask Kuma to take out your memories, etc. and show them to me, However, Kuma does not like this idea and tells him no, I'm not going to be doing that. However, Vegapunk begs him please do this for me. There's a way to advance science here and there, etc., etc., etc. Which I thought it was pretty crazy and cool, but at the same time pretty much irrational or very stupid of Vegapunk, However, we have to it that Vegapunk tries to stop a Bonnie from doing something reckless, saying hey Bonnie, you cannot touch that. If you know how familiar with your father's powers are, it's nothing but pain. But Bonnie says otherwise, saying no, that's not the case, because I know my father's ability all too well, that kind of thing, etc. And we have to it that that Bonnie knows that the biggest paw that she found in the room of Kuma's Vegapunk's laboratory has Kuma's memories. And we get to see Kuma in between this chapter trying to climb Mary Joe's, He ends up being targeted, blasted very badly, and he ends up using his powers to push away the attacks, etc., and so forth. And Bonnie was about to touch Kuma's big paw balloon whatsoever, and so forth. But that aside, we have to it that everyone is watching Zoro and Brook fighting the CP0 or something like that to defend the ship right now. And we have to it that Vegapunk 1 tells everyone that this might be a little lopsided than you think, because they have 4 of the Seraphim, which is looking like Jinbei, Mihawk, Boa Hancock, and Kuma, saying saying that this is actually very bad news right now because of how dangerous they can be, We get to see the authority chip again about who is in charge right now, and that is pretty much CP0, but Sentomaru has that higher ranking to put them in, to order them around, and that goes to Vegapunk and then the 5 elders, That aside, we had to it that Vegapunk 3 and Vegapunk 2 is ready to go into action, you know, etc. While Vegapunk 1 argues with like Vegapunk 1 and Vegapunk 2 ends up arguing with each other for a bit, you know? And we had to it that freaking like Nami orders Sanji to go help out Zoro and the others because right now this affects the entirety of the crew, but Sanji's like, why should I go help Zoro? I'm thinking in my mind, just shut up, dude. I understand the freaking situation where you and Sanji, where Sanji and Zoro hate each other, but come on, man. Right now, it's the crew and the ship right now at stake right now, you know? And we had to it that like that Brook asks Zoro what kind of devil fruit is Kaku supposed to be, and Zoro says, nah, that's supposed to be like a giraffe, but he plans to dice him up anyway. But freaking Kaku, who is in his giraffe form, is actually in his awakened form too, you know, which kind of like makes me question and wonder how strong like these CP0 are, not to mention the devil fruit abilities and how they managed to awaken it, you know, because I'm pretty sure, like, it's not really simple and easy to awaken a devil fruit, you know? I mean, like, it took Luffy 2 years, but while Kaku and Lucci somehow able to awaken theirs, like, during the 2 years while Luffy was away, you know? That kind of thing. But that aside, we had to it that, like, that Kaku clashes against Zoro and uses Giraffe Man Gyro to try to hit Zoro, but Zoro, on the other hand, has his freaking annoyance with like zigzagging attacks back in Wano, and he ends up slashing Kaku and sending him down to the ground. We had to it that Lucci orders the Seraphine to destroy the laboratorium before Vegapunk shows up. We have to it that Mihawk and, you know, everyone else ends up attacking the freaking like laboratory and ends up doing some damage, you know? And we have to it that Kaku's like, well, they're gonna do our job pretty good here and there, you know? However, Kaku realizes that he gets bitten by freaking, like, by Stussy, and we had to it that, like, somehow, like, Kaku ends up fainting and ends up being knocked out, you know? And Lucci's like, Stussy, what the hell are you doing? He ends up sweating for a bit, and we get to see about what Stussy is. And she says, oh, I just put him to sleep. Would you care to join him, Lucci, etc.? It's time for your cat nap as well. We get to know what Stussy really is. We get to see that she is the clone of Miss Buckingham Stussy of the Rock Pirates, you know? The Mad's first successful clone, Unit 01 Stussy. I'm like, this is kind of bad news because when it comes to cloning and all that, we all know how crazy that is. We know that the Vince Smoke family is successful with cloning, but I guess Vegapunk is the same with that too, you know? That aside, Stussy, yeah, she is actually a clone of members of the Rock Pirates, so I hope there'll be a backstory about the Rock Pirates soon, because we all know how dangerous they were, or we were given the information how dangerous they were. They were so powerful and strong that they like when they had Kaido, Whitebeard, and Big Mom, along with like other stuff, you know. We get to know that like that it took Garp and Roger to team up to take down the Rock Pirates, you know, and that's Rock's D7, etc., you know. So I don't know what's going on, you know, but one thing's for certain is that Lucci and Kaku somehow able to awaken the Devil Fruit forms, you know. I mean, I hope there'll be a lot more information to come because I'm pretty sure, like, it can't really take that short amount of time. I mean, like, I question, why is it that Big Mom and Kyle didn't awaken their Devil Fruit forms, you know, that kind of thing, etc., you know? And what about Edward Newgate? How come he didn't awaken his either, you know? It's been many years here and there. Maybe there might be some information to be involved. I hope Oda could, like, give some clarification on that because, yeah. As for Luffy, he only managed to awaken his because after, you know, many beatdowns and his power somehow managed to catch up. I don't know. But that aside being off topic, Kuma, he chose to want to be operated on, and Vegapunk can't really explain everything to Bonnie. And, you know, Bonnie knows about Kuma's powers, finds a room where there's a giant paw print that's like floating in midair, you know, in a room, and that she plans to look into it. Why, like, about her father's memories, you know, that kind of thing. And, you know, like, Kuma's climbing on Mary Jo's going crazy, which we do not know why. And the Seraphim attacks Vegapunk's laboratory. Zoro and Kaku ends up having a round 2. However, gets interrupted by Stussy, who apparently is a member of the Rock Pirates and a clone of her. Exact. So, I don't know what's about to happen next, but it's going to be really hectic from here on out. So, until then, people, I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm Alpha Zero. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time, alright? Peace out. Bye-bye. Ta-da!